Hey, we've got one viewer. This is like going back to my first ever live stream. We've got one viewer in the chat. Welcome, whoever it is. Get your comment in below. We'll know. Everybody should hopefully get the notification shortly. I've put it on my Instagram story as well, but I think X/Twitter is down at the moment, so I can't put it on here. Hey, we've got 2 people in the chat. Welcome everybody who's joining. Mark Harter and Rad Music Chat. Ben, welcome both of you guys. This is, hey, we've got 6 people now, so people must be getting the notification. That's good. We uploaded a video today as well. We've got a live stream and a video in one day, which is something we don't do very often. But yeah, I thought to play a final, isn't it? It's a bit of an event, so I thought we'd do a live for it. Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Ben. I think it makes for a more interesting Premier League if Sunderland get promoted. You've got the Newcastle Sunderland Tyne and Weir derby. You've got rivalries between, well, kind of rivalry between us and Sunderland, but it makes for a more interesting Premier League, I think. I'm rooting for Sunderland. Yeah, I think everybody is. Yeah, neither did ICB, but someone, I think it was Robert Wetzel actually yesterday, asked if I was, and I thought, oh yeah, that's tomorrow. I'll do it. So yeah, look, it's something to do, isn't it? Hopefully. And do you know what? It's nice for us not to be in it as well, for us to have won the league and got promoted. So it's nice for us to just be able to watch this and be like, haha, you both got a lot of stress. But yeah, look. Welcome if you're just joining us. Playoff final today. We are all Sunderland. Sheffield United are so boring, aren't they? Go up to the Premier League, waste of time, go back down again. Yeah, tomorrow as well. Mark Hart said, I don't think I could have done the playoffs this year. Yeah, me neither. Just the ability to be like, oh yeah, there's no stress in this. Robert Wetzel, who's the one who suggested the live stream, so thanks, Robert. I'm all in for non-stressful watching. I actually need to update the little thing at the bottom, don't I? The ticker thing, because I think if I open another YouTube studio, I need to find out who left the most recent super chat and change it to their name. Here we go, YouTube studio. Who's my most recent one? Oh, it would have been Mr. P. In the Plymouth games. Oh, that's... Let's change that. Where is it? There we go. Hopefully that should change that now. And Mr. P should get his flowers for his donations in the last stream. So Ben's asking, do I have the full list of content creators that are playing in the Roses versus Peacocks? I don't. But let's just say hopefully like 90% of Leeds YouTube should be playing in this game. That's all I'll say. The reason I don't want to is I don't want to, and none of us want to do this. None of us want to promise people who may or may not play, if you get what I mean. Most people are playing. Most of the big hitters and stuff are playing. So yeah. Also, this is I've just been sent this by Back4 Merch. So it's the Peacocks t-shirt that you can get on the website. The Peacocks on the back, but it's been customized to my name. And I now have an affiliate link with Back4 Merch, so there's plenty more merch as well. I know that he sent me this one as well. So there's a Who's Falling Apart t-shirt and stuff in there as well. There's loads of good stuff on there. So if you click the affiliate link in the description down below and use Leeds Lately 10, you'll get 10% off this Leeds merch. There's loads of other Leeds merch on there. And also I'll get a 25% commission as well for you using my link, just to fully have that disclaimed, because obviously it's good to just keep people on the same page and be transparent with that sort of thing. I'll get 25% of the profits if you buy anything through that link. But yeah, some pretty cool shirts on there. But yeah, as the charity match is just around the corner, of course I'm captain in the Peacocks, and there is a link down in the description below to get tickets. To get tickets for that as well, and of course my link for my Leeds United prints are in the description as well. If you haven't seen them yet, if you just click the Etsy link in the description and just follow the page, it just helps me. It pushes me up in the algorithm to other people, even if you don't make a purchase. But there's a few more on there. I did an illustration of Ethan Ampadu this week, so that's on there as well. I might be able to show you that actually. Hold on, I think I can. If I present an image file, here's the prints folder. Here you go. Here you go. So I did an illustration of Ethan Ampadu this week. So that's available on my Etsy store as well. I've done a few of them. If you haven't seen them already, I did like a Bohemian Rhapsody style one as well. Yeah, I did that, and I did this one as well. That's like a Bohemian Rhapsody style with some very famous faces on there: Gordon Strachan, Lucas Radebe, Billy Bremner, and Eddie Gray, in the style of a certain famous rock band's poster. But yeah, there's a few more on there about being champions as well. So if you fancy it, go and check out my my Etsy link in the description. That'd be great. But we'll remove that for now because the players are about to head out onto the pitch. Thanks, Ryan. Ryan saying brilliant live stream, absolutely amazing. Member for 1 month. Thank you for joining and becoming a member, Ryan. I really appreciate that. This is weird. The manager's leading them out in the tunnel. Don't usually see that. I'm doing great. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully, as we go on, the more people that will join us. Come on, Sunderland. As we say that, the players are heading out onto the pitch now, so I'll just show you the lineup. So Patterson in goal for Sunderland in a 4-4-2. They've got Hume, Ballard, O'Nien, and Kirkin as the back four. Then you've got Rigg, Neal, Bellingham, and Lafay, excuse me, as the four in midfield, and then Mayenda and Mundle are up front. And then if we just switch that over, we should be able to see Sheffield United's lineup. So they've got Cooper in goal, Chowdhury, Ahmedhodzic, Robinson and Burrows as their back four. Brewster is out on the right-hand side of midfield. Peck and Sousa are the two central midfielders. Looks like Hamer might be playing out on the left-hand side of midfield. Kiefer Moore and Tyrese Campbell are the two strikers for Sheffield United. If at any point you'd like me to switch between the Sheffield United and the Sunderland lineup for you to see both, then just let me know, and I'll, at the press of a button, I'll be able to switch that over so you can see the other team. I'm going to take this bobble out because it hurts my brain after a while, especially with headphones on as well. And I'm going to let the locks flow if it's possible. There we go. We're free. What do we think, by the way, for the charity match? For the charity match, do I go with hair up in a bobble so that it doesn't get in my face, or do I go with the Pavel Nedved Subotic style headband across there, pulling my hair back? Because I'm not sure. Yeah, do I go for the Luke Ayling or do I go for the Nedved style hair tied back? Look like a prime 90s right back. Players are just getting ready for the... bloody hell, that's a big trophy. How are they going to lift that? How on earth are they going to lift that? Headband in honour of Aronson. I didn't think about that, Mark. Exactly, Paul. It does feel good, doesn't it, not to be in it? But yeah, it's mad, isn't it, that we could have been in it and we were in it last season, and it can go so wrong. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, make sure you like the stream, everyone. Not that if we get to 100 likes, it matters who scores, but I'd like it to be Sunderland because I'd like to be able to play somebody different this year. I really would. Don't need to change the corners thing as well because it's not Leeds that are playing. But like I said as well, if you want to switch between the things, the lineup, sorry, then let me know. I am, just to say, it might get a little bit annoying, but I am going to have to keep pushing the charity match throughout this stream to anybody who's joining, just because we need to get bums on seats and we need to get tickets sold for this charity match. There's a big push for it now as we head into the kind of final month or two before the event, trying to get as many people in as possible for a great cause, of course, for charity for Prostate Cancer UK. So if you want to, please head down to the description. LeedsCreatorCup.com is in the description. So, interesting question posed by Robert here. Can we buy and donate tickets? No, you can't buy and donate tickets just because it's going to be... admin-wise, that'll be really difficult. But what you can do is, if you want to contribute towards the total of the money raised for charity, if you do head over to LeedsCreatorCup.com, there is a donate link there, I think, with a Just Giving page. Let me just check that out myself just to make sure that that's correct. I think if you head over to it, yes, if you head over to LeedsCreatorCup.com, just type that in your search bar and press donate, it should take you, it gives you to a page where you can donate £5, £10, £25, etc., up and up, and then you can just add that to basket and check out, and you can donate, which obviously all helps, but ideally we want people to be booking tickets who are actually going to be the ones going just for admin purposes, because it's going to be a nightmare to try and figure it out if people are donating them. Thanks, Robert. You give me a good chance to... Sometimes when people ask a question like that, it's like a good chance to explain it to everybody else. Just going through the benches again. Wilson Isidore is on the bench, Sunderland's top scorer, I think. But again, you can see the Sheffield United lineup on the screen now. The match will be streamed, Mark. Yes, it will be streamed as well. More details will come on that. We're not exactly sure which channel that's going to be streamed on at the moment. There's some discussion about that, but it will definitely. I think he's talking about the charity match, Robert. Or if he's not, I was. But yeah, Sunderland in full voice here at Wembley Stadium. He's personalised this one as well for the back four merch. My initials and then Der Capitan, because I'm captain in the Peacocks, which is going to feel a weird feeling. I mean, obviously, I'm not, by no means up there with the biggest in terms of numbers on YouTube for Leeds creators. So it's nice for me to be able to have the captain's armband. Welcome, Big Chazza. Hi, everyone. Good to be back one last time before we are fully officially Premier League. Absolutely. Yeah, Leeds nicely avoided this one. Yellow headband. I've only got black ones. I don't really want to buy more because they're just plastic crap, aren't they? Yeah, Sheffield United have been allowed to wear their red and white stripes, whereas Sunderland have had to go to their second kit. Having their little team huddle. Sheffield United now. Hopefully Sunderland go and do a job on them. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, I think I actually I forgot about this. I can show this on stream as well. They're all just getting ready now. Oh, maybe I think I saved it into thumbnails, actually, even though it's not a thumbnail. Here it is. Just about to kick off here. Well, we're underway. Match number 557 of this season in the Championship. Thanks, Robert. Much appreciate that. That'll be fantastic when it goes towards the total for the Creator Cup. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Yes, a little bit, Tom. Hey, Tom, a Swansea fan, became a member on Leeds lately. Explain this to me. Thank you very much for becoming a member. But maybe it's because this is such a welcoming home. I was thinking about this before. I was imagining if I did just smash the ball in the top corner in the charity match. Anyway, we're out underway here. Here's Chowdhury. Back to Ahmed Hodzic. Chipped ball down the line there. Now Souza. Burrows. Ball down the line. Oh, picked up by Hamer here. Hamer with a chipped ball into the box. Header! Oh my God, what a save. What a save by Patterson of Sunderland. Ball was whipped into the box. Kiefer Moore had a header that was going right in the bottom corner. I thought, oh my God, it's 1-0. What a save. What a save that is. Oh, okay, yeah, it was... I get what you mean, Tom. It was when someone does gifted subs, gifted memberships. That's going right in the bottom corner. What a save from Patterson. Just pulls it out. Saves his team there. What a save that is from Patterson. Guarantee, right, that some Leeds fans will be going, oh, sign Patterson. If they don't get promoted, sign Patterson because he made one good save. That's an unbelievable save, though. Wow. Unreal. How many times are we going to see the replay, though? Luke 09's down, apparently. That's why we're seeing the replay so many times, because there's not much else to add to it. He's got an injury. Imagine getting injured 2 minutes into the playoff final. You can watch Wales in the Premier League next season, Tom. With Dan James, Ethan Ampadu, Carl Darlow. Dan James, Ethan Ampadu, Carl Darlow, Joe Rodon. That's 4 of the Wales first team. Yeah, 09. I think it's his shoulder 09 that he's done here. Mark saying, do you have any favourite goalkeepers for us next season? I think Kevin Kelleher was definitely up there. Kevin Kelleher was definitely up there, but it just depends on how much they'd be asking us to pay for him, really. Other than that, I've not done too much research into goalkeepers. I've done ones that we've been linked with. We were linked with Finn Darman from FC Augsburg in the German First Division. He's a decent keeper. When he came in this season at Augsburg, he had... when he came in at Augsburg, he really changed their fortunes around this season in terms of their goals conceded and stuff. They went from conceding about 30 in about 14 games to conceding 19 in the next 20 games or something. Like he's done really, really well for them. But yeah, Robert's right. It's a one-off. If someone gets a gifted membership, it doesn't then make them pay for it after. It'll just expire after a month unless they want to carry on with it themselves. I always forget that Leo Hjelde is on the bench for Sunderland. And there is a Leeds player involved in this game. I suppose Jamie Shackleton as well, but is he injured? Or is he just on the bench? 09 is still down here. 2 minutes in, and he's one of their best players, isn't he? Appearing at Wembley Stadium in Sunderland colours for the 5th time, Luke 09. I think he must have dislocated his shoulder or something. I never saw it actually happen, though. Welcome to everybody who's joining us. Leave a like if you haven't already. Like I said to the other people before, there's a couple of things to note. Number one, check out Back 4 merch in the description down below. They obviously made this t-shirt for the Peacocks for the charity match. Der Capitan is only on my version because I'm the captain. But go and check that out in the description down below. If you use my link, you'll get 25% off. And if you use Leeds Lately 10 at checkout, you'll also get yourself... If you use my link, I'll get 25% of the proceeds. But if you use Leeds Lately 10, you'll get 10% off. Need to make sure I'm getting that right. The other thing is leedscreatorcup.com for charity match tickets. Down below is the link in the description. That leads nicely on from this shirt. leedscreatorcup.com, John Charles Centre for Sport on the 20th of July 2025. And then, of course, if you click on the Etsy link in the description down below, those are my prints that I've designed. But we are underway again here, so let's go back into the game. Here's Tyrese Campbell up in the Sunderland box. Chance to cross the ball in the box from Chowdhury, away there by Sunderland. Ball picked up again though in the midfield by Peck. Back out to Chowdhury, and now Chowdhury plays it all the way back to Ahmed Hodzic. Now Robinson across to Burrows. Burrows now into Gus Hamer. Hamer with an outside of the football down the line for Burrows, who crosses it back across the box. Headed away there by Sunderland, and then the volley by Hamer is deflected and cleared away eventually by Sunderland. Opening stages have suggested to me that Sheffield United are going to dominate this one, and Sunderland are going to have to try and play on the break. Here's Tyrese Campbell, plays the ball into the box. Hamer can't get a touch on that one, and if he did get a touch, he would have been offside anyway, and that's going to be a free kick here to Sunderland. Yeah, it was Tyrese Campbell that was offside. I didn't actually get the... I didn't actually hear what the commentator said then. Is there VAR in this game or not? Chris Mepham has been brought on for Luke 09. So another Wales international has been brought on. Yeah, he was way off. Long ball here from Patterson forward. Chowdhury's going to let that one run and take a throw in there, which is a strange decision when he could have just headed it back that way. Header away there by Robinson. Here's Kirkin for Sunderland. Ball down the line from him, headed away by Chowdhury. Then Peck sends it on one more. Headed away by Mepham, but Harmer comes and picks it up, but it's going to be Kirkin to pick it up again for Sunderland. Here's Bellingham with the short free kick here. Ball played out wide now. As Enzo Lefebvre comes back and gives it to Neil. Now out wide here. Yeah, Sunderland actually getting a little chance to have the ball here for a second. Good ball there by the Sunderland midfielder, but it did take a whack. Ball from Hume goes all the way through to Ahmed Hodzic and then all the way back to the goalkeeper who sends it long. Robinson there. Sorry, not Robinson, Cooper. Here's Gus Harmer trying to come forward. Good foot, though, by the Sunderland defender. And they're still trying to come forward here as Rigg flies in for that tackle. And there's a lot of tackles that are flying in. Eventually, it's given us a free kick to Sheffield United. Sent long there by Burrows. Winner by Kiefer Moore. It's going to bounce all the way through to Patterson, but he doesn't come and get it, and it has to be cleared in the end by Sunderland central defender Ballard. Here's Ahmed Hodzic. Like he was going to give it to Chowd, but instead gives it back to Robinson. Now Burrows. Burrows with the ball down the line here. Away by Ballard. Now the ball back down the line here for Sunderland. Picked up by Rigg. Rigg tries to turn there, but ball taken away by Vinny Souza. Now Peck. Drops it back off with Chowdhury now. And that ball's going to roll all the way through to Patterson there. Here's Ballard. Is X/Twitter working again? Keep saying something went wrong. Oh no. Sorry, I'm just tweeting out the link to try and get some more people in here. Where's the thumbnail for this? Here it is. Oh, apparently it's pronounced Sirkin, not Kirkin. Chowdhury's fouled Sirkin there, and it's going to be a free kick to Sunderland. Hey, thanks for sharing it, Robert. I just noticed your notification. What are these spam accounts that come and join our chats and just pretend that a goal's been scored? I don't really understand what the point is of them. Like, if they're just spam accounts, then why? What's the gain out of it? I don't get it. Here's Ballard. Long ball forward. Bounces all the way through to Cooper in the Sheffield United goal. But how's that fun? How's that good in any way or enjoyable? This is what I don't get. What do they get out of it? Headed away there by Ballard. Headed back by Brewster. How much did Sheffield United pay for Brewster? Didn't they pay like 25 million? We better be thankful that Aronson's as good as he is, paying that much. And look what happened to them with Brewster. Aronson's better than that. Bellingham tries to head that one as he's falling. But here's Campbell, who tries to shoot, but it's deflected almost all the way back to the halfway line there. Here's Chowdhury. I feel like a fly just flew past me, and you could see it on the stream. He's Mayenda trying to get on the ball there, but it's going to be played all the way back to the Sheffield United goalkeeper. Yeah, but I mean, his goal contributions this season. If you looked at Aronson from the outside, someone who's not a Leeds fan, and you looked at his goal contributions this season, let's have a look. 24, 25. If you looked at Brendan Aronson and you looked at his goal contributions this season, just waiting for it to load. 9 goals and 2 assists. 9 goals and 2 assists. I'm sorry, but you're not saying that's bad, really, are you? It's just that certain games he can go missing. But from the outside, if you looked at that, you'd go, "Oh yeah, that's a decent season in the Championship for Brendan Aronson." It's just, yeah. So he played for a club called Bethlehem Steel. Now that is random. 1 goal and 5 assists for them. Anyway, his rig. Back to Bellingham. Now Ballard. Oh, I need to make a substitution, don't I, on this? Bundle down the left-hand side, and it's going to go out for a corner kick here to Sunderland. Does anyone know what number? Oh, Chris Mepham is number 26. There you go. There's your substitution. Corner comes in. Goalkeeper catches that one. He's trying to release them here. Here's Souza down the right-hand side. Checks back, though. I like it, CB. It's good. We've been missing our dad jokes, haven't we? Whilst there's been no games on. Yeah, I know what you mean, Robert. I know what you mean. I think we needed to bring in a number 10 to help him out, but he didn't do badly with the role he was given. I don't think he was horrendous. Probably, Tom. There was probably a half-empty tier. There's quite a lot of empty seats. I would imagine it's more empty seats from the Sheffield United end because they can't fill up their own stadium, never mind Wembley, whereas Sunderland seem to be consistently up there with decent amount of fans in the stadium. Here's Peck across to Chowdhury. Ball forward from Brewster. That's going to bounce all the way through to the Sunderland goalkeeper safely there. Bellingham. Mepham. Now Ballard. Hume with the ball forward here into Lafay. Back to Rigg. Now to Neal. And now back across here to Mepham. Mepham with the ball out to the left-hand side here for Mundle. Mundle looking for a pass, but that's been cut out there by Vinny Souza. Picked up by Mepham, but he's put that straight into touch. Yes, I do think Bellingham is overrated just due to his name. And I think he got in team of the season because his brother plays for Real Madrid. I assume you're talking about Job. Why is Sheffield United warming up like 5 players in the 19th minute? Here's Bellingham. You think they just hate Leeds, don't they? In the team of the season thing. Like, we should have had more players than that. Here's Sirkin. Back again here to Mepham. Hey, do you know what? It's nice to be back with you guys doing a live stream. It seems like it's been quite a while. I've obviously been trying to make as many videos as I can. I've also, by the way, if you've got TikTok, go ahead and follow me on TikTok as well. I'm posting the same shorts and stuff that I'm bringing on here, but I'm trying to grow the channel, essentially, grow the audience and get people in from different audiences and stuff. But obviously, the more followers I have and the more views I get, the more it pushes my next videos out to people as well. But yeah, I've been uploading shorts on here and my videos and everything. So I've been trying to grow the channel. I'm trying to get to 10K as soon as possible. I feel like 10K, once you're above 10K, it's like, do you know what I mean? I feel like I've been labouring around 8.5K for too long now. I want to get to that next goal. Obviously, that's not any of your guys' problem because you're all already subscribed. You have been supporting me. Hopefully, I'll do some live streams for the if they're available to watch. I'll do some live streams for the pre-season games as well. But obviously, they're a little bit late in the summer. And then, in terms of other content where you get to see me, you obviously get to see me playing at the Creator Cup. Hopefully scoring a goal or something. Ball down the line here, and it's going to be Patterson to come out and collect that one, except it's a bit outside his box, so he can clear it. But it was offside against Campbell regardless. A minute's applause for a Sunderland fan at the moment. Here's Patterson. Now Rigg into Mayenda. Good turn there by Mayenda as he charges down the right-hand side, coming towards the box now. Mayenda still going, and it's going to be another corner here. Hume to take this corner then. So a lot of movement in the box. Taken short, given back to Hume again. Hume lifts it into the box, headed away there at the front post in the end by, I think, Chowdhury. But now Hamer's on the charge. Charging up the left-hand side, Hamer here. He can run when he wants to. What a ball that is to Tyrese Campbell. 1-0. 1-0 to Sheffield United. What a counter-attack that is. But from a Sunderland point of view, they should not be getting beaten like that. They should not be conceding a goal like that. They really shouldn't. It's a fantastic counter-attack goal from them. It really is. It really, really is. But they should, from a Sunderland point of view, it's poor to concede a goal like that. So he's chipped it over the keeper. Hamer just basically runs the length of the pitch down the left-hand side and then are outside of the football into Tyrese Campbell, who just lifts it over Patterson. It's a really, really good finish in the end, a really good move. But from a Sunderland point of view, you'd be so disappointed to concede a goal like that, especially in the playoff final. Yeah, they're giving a lot of credit here to Sheffield United, and yeah, so they should, but Sunderland should have defended that better as well. Campbell was able to basically make a run right through the middle. Radio lead. It's a good finish. Oh, Tyrese Campbell's dad is what's his face, Campbell, that used to play for Sunderland. Kevin Campbell. Yes, because Kevin Campbell passed away, didn't he, in 2024? Yes, that's the one, Kevin Campbell. It was a really good break. Oh, header over the bar there by Mayenda. Ball was whipped into the box and headed over the bar, but isn't it so boring if it's Sheffield United that come up? I do think that the playoff system's not a fair system, to be fair. I think if you've come third, and especially by a load of quite a few points, really you should be playing third bottom in the Premier League in a playoff like they do in Germany and Italy and stuff. For the person who finished 18th in the Premier League should be playing against the person who finished third in the Championship in a playoff game to see who is the one that stays up. Is Bellingham. Now Mepham. Is Ballard. Ballard with the ball down the line. It's going to be too far though for Rigg to catch up with. I know that's what's annoying though, Tom, isn't it? That they'll go straight back down. It's boring. It's really boring that they're just going to go straight back down to the Championship again. Let's get comfier. It doesn't really matter who wins this. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter who wins this. I called it. I'm no physio, but I called it. Luke 09 is just having an update now from Jonathan Oakes. Luke 09's got a dislocated shoulder, which is what I said it looked like was happening. So it's not a break or anything, but it's very painful apparently. I've never had one, but hopefully I don't have one in the charity match. Hopefully I don't get any kind of injury. I honestly think if I got some kind of injury, depending on how bad it was, I would just play on anyway. That's what I used to do when I played. Do I think we'll try and keep our style of play next year? I do, but there needs to be some tweaks to it for the Premier League. I made a video about it when the season first finished. I made a video called something like Farke will have to change this tactic to survive in the Premier League or something. So if you want more of my opinion on it than just a quick answer, there's a full video on it on the channel. Let me just find what it's called for you. Leeds have to use this tactic to stay up in the Premier League. It's a full tactics board video. 2 weeks ago it was. But yeah, it's worth checking out if you want to know about that, because that's my full opinion on the matter. Those of you who have been watching the videos, what do you think about those of you who've been watching my transfer videos and stuff? What do you think about all the images of the players that I've been putting in the videos? You know, with like the slow zoom like kind of thing. Does that add something for you for the video? Because obviously it's a bit more editing time and stuff for me and higher effort, but I feel like it does make them look a bit more professional. But what do you think? Does that make it look better? Do you like that, being able to see the player and the images and stuff, or does it not really bother you? He's Patterson. Long ball forward here from Neil into Hume, who tries to play it back across the box. Good foot there by Lafay, and that's going to be a throw-in to Sunderland here. I would like it to be Sunderland. It'd be nice to see Sunderland get back up into the Prem. And that's obviously, it's not a different one than we've ever had before, but it's a bit of a different one in terms of, tripped there, Ballard, in terms of the last few years. You don't just want 2 of the 3 relegated sides to go straight back up. Cheers, CB. Here is Hume. I've realised that when I do this, well, obviously that's exaggerated, but when I kind of relax a bit, I am behind my own logo. Ball down the line here. And that's Mundell not quite being able to get the cross in, and it's going to be a goal kick, actually. I think the commentator said before it's no death sentence for Sunderland conceding a goal, because 6 times a team has gone 1-0 down and still won. Let's have a look. So the ball came in from the corner. It was headed away, and then, yeah, Hamer just runs it. Everybody gets sucked towards Hamer. That's the problem. There's 3 of them all around Hamer, and then nobody in the middle to mark Campbell. It was Enzo Lafay is the one that was marking him in the end, and that's not how it should. That's not how it should be. I can't, Tom. I usually do the Champions League final, or I did it last year. But this time I can't because I'm on holiday. I'm at a wedding in Greece. So I can't do the playoff final. Playoff final, the Champions League final. It's a corner here for Sheffield United. Ball whipped in, headed away, and then a shot from... oh my God, what a goal. Harrison Burrows has just scored from the edge of the box on the volley from a corner kick. 2-0. I said last season, when in between last season and this season, I said we should have signed Harrison Burrows at left back. Because I saw a lot of stuff that I liked about him when we played them. When Bamford scored that wonder goal, I saw a lot of stuff that I liked about Burrows when we played them. And he's just done so well for them this season. Hamer whipped it in, headed away to the edge of the box, and then on the volley or on the half volley, there are some players blocking Patterson's view, though. They should be offside. He can't see a thing there because there's offside players blocking his view. Do they have it? So they do have VAR in this game. I think it's going to be ruled out. I think it's going to be ruled out because Vinny Souza and Kiefer Moore are both offside when it struck. Oh no, I think it's just Vinny Souza is offside when it struck, and he stood right in the way of Patterson. I don't know if it would be. Yeah, Robin Gill saying Sheffield United are 14 points ahead of Sunderland. He's gone over to the screen, though. The referee is going over to the screen. Leeds are the biggest team in Wales, Tom. I think he was impeded there by that. I think he couldn't see it because of Sousa in the way. It doesn't matter about when he struck the ball. You can't see whether there's any deflections or anything. See, the thing is, I like VAR for stuff like this. Like, it allows you to watch it back and go, okay, yeah, we need to change the decision on this, because it's hard to see that in the heat of the moment. But I think there are times where A, it goes on too long, and B, they still come to the wrong conclusion, which they could well do here. They could still allow it. Is he gonna? Yeah, he is. They've ruled it out. That's weird. The referee actually came and spoke to the crowd and everything. That's weird. The referee actually came out onto the pitch and was mic'd up and spoke to the stadium through the speakers, saying, "This is after a VAR review. Number 21, Sousa for Sheffield United, was in the line of vision of the goalkeeper for Sunderland AFC, and the goal has been ruled out." Well, that's a lifeline, isn't it? That is a lifeline for them. I mean, if you can take Wrexham from non-league to the Championship in a promotion a season, then I can imagine the appeal of other rich people wanting to basically be like, "Oh, I want to do that. Looks like fun." It's essentially like career mode, or Football Manager taking a low team and bringing them all the way to the Premier League. See, the issue though with somebody like Wrexham is yes they've got the infrastructure now to build and to get bigger because of the money that they've got, but have they got the fan base to fill out what they would need to have a 30 or 40,000 seater to eventually make it all the way to the Premier League and even higher if that's the ambition? Have they got the fan base to do that? If I was really, really rich and I didn't already support Leeds, I think that a club like Bolton is primed to do something like that. Labouring around in the lower divisions, but they've got a good stadium that's fairly modern. They've got a decent fan base and they can fill that stadium if they do well. I think they'd be primed for it. Here's Mepham. Now Ballard. It's not been done in the same way, though, has it, Tom? And not a promotion every season. Exactly, Adrian. They've got a good history. They've been in the Premier League before. They've got kind of those early 2000s and 90s memories of like JJ Okocha and Kevin Nolan and things like that. And they've kind of got that. Yeah. The only thing is that Thogden would be insufferable. Yeah, Robin, that was horrendous, wasn't it? But that wasn't even because of... He was pointing to Click to say, pass me the ball. That's where I want it. He was pointing to where he wanted the ball. And so a part of him that wasn't even able to play the ball was called as being offside. It has to be a part of your body that you can play the ball with. So a head, a shoulder, a leg or whatever is fine. But if it's a hand or an arm, you can't play the ball with that. So you're gaining no advantage from that bit of you being offside. Exactly, Mark. Their marketing is amazing. That's what they want, isn't it? You probably have a load of Americans that have heard of Wrexham, but they haven't heard of, like, I don't know, somebody who's been in the Premier League for years, like Aston Villa or something. The thing is with Leeds, they probably have heard of Leeds because of Jesse Marsh, because of the other American players. Kiefer Moore tries to whip that one into the box, and that's going to go out for a throw-in. And the ref said, I don't know. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Am I the only one who's never watched an episode of Welcome to Wrexham? I get a bit... Actually, that's not true because I'll go and play FIFA, but I get like a bit footballed out sometimes when I've been watching. Like, I'll watch Leeds, I'll make a video on Leeds, I'll do... Hey, at least I don't have to do a match reaction after this one. I've already done a video today as well. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, sometimes I'm like, at least I don't... sometimes I get over footballed out. I'm like, I've watched Leeds, I've done a reaction, I've done a preview or a transfer video or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, let's just do something completely different from football. So I never really watch like football documentaries and stuff. Hi Tim, welcome. We're just having a little chill time and not having to worry about Leeds being in this game. We're all wanting Sunderland to win. Yeah, I'd imagine it'll be entertaining to watch, Robert, won't it? But it's just... Here's Patterson. Oh yeah, I've watched the Take Us Home documentaries. I watched that Michael Sheen documentary, Tom, about people in Port Albert and kind of the debt and stuff and the way the debt system works in the UK and how terrible it is for people. And Michael Sheen was trying to wipe out like £1 million of debt for people. Yeah, that was a good watch. Here's Chowdhury. Oh yeah, that was when Dan James wasn't signed on deadline day because your owner just didn't answer our calls. What a knob. Poor Dan James there taking his photos in his Leeds kit, getting completely ready to sign for Leeds and then just not signing for Leeds. Yeah, but there's a reason why, Tom, isn't there? It's because of all the factories and stuff and the steelworks and everything that got shut down. And everybody's lost their jobs there and then there's no jobs and that obviously damages the economy. So that's why places like that are run down. Because of the government. But we won't get too deep into that. Here's Ballard. Ballard again. 8 minutes added onto the first half. 8 minutes! Jesus! Eight minutes. After Luke, the commentators just said, obviously that's been added on after their... that's been added on since their desperately... What did he say? Some desperately distressing injury to Luke O'Nien. Well, he dislocated his shoulder. It's not that distressing, is it? Are they not the owners anymore, the ones that did that with Dan James, Tom? He's Bellingham. Now Mepham. It's not though, Chazza. You couldn't see anything. It's just that he's just in pain and he's just like wincing and holding his arm. But that's it. You can't really see anything graphic with a dislocation, especially when you've got a t-shirt on. You might see a few lumps in the wrong places if you've got your t-shirt off, but he had his shirt on, so you couldn't see anything. Here's Ballard with a very clumsy turn, but does get the ball there to Neil. Here's Mayenda out wide now to Rig. Back to Mayenda again. Tries to cross it into the box, but that's going to be a corner kick here to Sunderland. Corner kick about to come in then from Enzo Lefebvre. Whipped into the box. Headed away. Brewster it was who got a header on that. Here's Rig. With a fantastic ball out to the left-hand side here for Hume, who gets tackled, and that's going to fly all the way up to the halfway line. Here's Bellingham on the halfway line because it's a Mepham. Now Enzo Lefebvre drops short to pick it up, comes inside now. Now plays it out to Neil, who plays it down the line to Mundell. Mundell looking to cross the ball in the box, or maybe a shot there, but it's blocked. And eventually he manages to get the ball away from Brewster and play it back again to Ballard. Well, the thing is, Mark, they were actually... ball comes into the box there and the shot's deflected. It was a correct decision to rule out VAR, so I just think it's weird that they don't have VAR all season and then in the playoff final they do. Is it like, this is your treat? Here's Mepham. You've also won an FA Cup now. Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace. I should have done a live stream on that, to be honest, but I completely forgot that it was on and I missed it. Ooh, my ender falls over there. Completely wipes out Harrison Burrows in the process. Bloody hell, this is a long first half. I hope we don't go to extra time in this game. Here's Neil. Now Hume. Back again to Mepham. Now Ballard. Oh, you're right there, Chazza. Good point. Didn't think about that. Technically, it is a cup final, but it's not really, is it? Mepham. Ball down the line here. Picked up by Hume. Hume crosses it into the box, headed away by Chowdhury. Picked up again by Neil. Now Bellingham. Rigg, then back to... Here is Rigg. His shot is straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper there, Cooper, and he can deal with that one. What's Sunderland's manager called? I've forgotten. That was a push in the back by Sousa there. Here's Bellingham. That's going to be a throw into Sunderland. I hope Sunderland score now so it makes for an interesting second half. Here's Neil. Ballard. Yeah, they would. They would, Chazza, and I think the Tyne Weir derby, it's always good to have more derbies in the Premier League, isn't it? Unless you're talking about Derby County, and then no, you don't want more derbies. I designed this logo as well, by the way, for the Peacocks. I designed the kits and the logos. So that's our badge for my team. It is a long time, isn't it? I just want to see the sad ham sandwich at full time as Sheffield United don't get promoted. Here's Patterson. Has anybody told Chewy, Karen Curtin and Penny Lane that we're doing this stream? Because usually they're here every single time. But no one's got any way to contact them because this is the only place we all meet. Well, that's half time. As Etta James said, at last. Let's change that to, say, second half. Oh, I've left it at 2-0 when it should be 1-0. And nobody told me. Can't believe you guys. Chewy would have seen it on blue. I see I don't use Blue Sky. It's just another one to have to keep up with. I'll be back very shortly, just having a short break, as we usually do. Comfort break, as it's usually called by one or two members of the chat. They'll be back soon. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description. Even if you just click on the links for me and have a look at them, it would just help. It would just help anyway. Thanks, everyone. I'll be back shortly, of course. Hello. Hello, everybody. We're back. How is everybody? How is everybody in general? Long time no speak. Since the Plymouth game, what? When was that? Live. 3 weeks ago. Yeah, that was 3 weeks ago, that stream. So how is everybody? How's everybody been? Just, look, there's not much to do or talk about, is there? So, just if you haven't already, here are some of the other prints that I made, just out of interest, because I spent quite a bit of time making them. There's one, Champions Again, ole ole. So, obviously, because of copyright and stuff, you can't have Sky Bet and everything, so I had to redraw the whole championship trophy. Why did you nearly get kicked out of the stadium, Tom? What did you do? Big Chaz is saying got some A-levels going on right now. A little break between now and my exam. Why I'm so thankful we didn't do the playoff thing again. Yeah, I mean, that would have just been one more stress added to it, wouldn't it? And that would have been very annoying. And then there was another one as well. There we go. There was another one marching on together. So yeah, I've been trying to do that, just trying to diversify essentially as well. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing a lot of gardening essentially. That's about the long and short of it. Been trying to I'm trying to consistently upload videos as well to grow on the channel. And like I said, expanded onto TikTok and things like that as well. What a stupid advert. The Shaw advert where it showed like TikToks and whatever. It showed like TikToks and whatever saying, "Oh, here's a trick to stop you perspirating with like lemons and things like that," or "Here's a trick to stop you perspirating or stop it smelling with baking powder," or things like that. And then the advert was basically that people were destroying those things and saying, "No, let's use Sure instead." But you've basically said there's an advert where people are probably using techniques that have been used for hundreds of years to deodorize and to like use natural things that people have used for hundreds of years, and you're basically going, nah, scrap that, just spray all these chemicals all over you. Okay, yeah, wouldn't expect any less from that brand / owning company. So I'm saying basically I do waving at home for every flag waving at home for every game. Had to go and help Mr. Flag pack up the flags, and security was getting fussy. But what was that in though? Because there's no games at the moment for Championship football. Or was that right? Was that what? Yeah. So yesterday. What do you mean? I was going to say was that a while ago, but it can't have been. Come on, second half. Let's just see Sunderland come back and then we can all go on with our lives. Vinnie Jones's shoes looks like he's actually wearing socks because they're suede. He's called Regis Lebris. I forgot about that. That's what I was asking before. What's the Sunderland manager called? But they just mentioned it. There are 6 English teams in the Champions League next season. 6. How long did I play football? I played from the age of 5 till 23, 24. I haven't played in ages, and so I think I might. There's a 5-a-side group local to me, so I might start going to that just to get a little bit of. I've been running and stuff, trying to get a bit fitter, but I do think I probably need to play a bit of football as well. So 5-a-side might be a good way to do that. So about 19 years I played. "76 minutes. Hey Chewy, welcome to the stream. Kids home from college from the summer. His girlfriend stays for a couple of weeks before going home to Mexico City. Little golf weather here, very UK-ish. Yeah, well, to be fair, the weather in the UK has been really good recently. It's been really, really nice and warm, and yeah, it's been nice. We've actually been hoping for a bit of rain where I am. Oh, we're underway. Bloody hell, he did that with no warning. Don't you know that I'm trying to do a live stream to 23 people here? Surely you should be a bit more considerate. Wilson Isidore has not been brought on yet, but he is on the bench, their top scorer. Teams are as follows. Let's go back here to the Sheffield United team. You can see that on the screen as well. That's how they start the second half. Here's Mepham. And here is Sunderland's team as well. Hi Chewy. Yeah, afternoon everyone. Sorry I'm late, so totally forgot about the championship. So did I, to be honest. It was literally, you can thank Robert for this stream because he tweeted me yesterday saying, oh no, it wasn't a tweet, was it? It was a comment on one of the videos about whether I would do the match, and I thought, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I will actually. So thanks, Robert. Also, the Mundell with the ball down the line here. Sirkin tries to put it in the box, but it is a corner here to Sunderland. What was I saying then? I've completely forgotten what I was going to say then. What was I going to say? Oh, that was it. Those of you who are members, obviously, whilst there's no live streams, there's not as many member benefits. Obviously, you'll get replies to your comments more than other people will and stuff. So I've been trying to, because I schedule the videos, because I make them all at the start of the week and schedule them throughout the week, or whenever I do, I've tried to set them so that members can see them pretty much instantly, and then everybody else can see them when they go live to everybody else. So basically you're getting an added benefit of there, seeing all the videos earlier than everybody else. So I've tried to implement that as another member benefit. Who's this bloke on the screen right now? I know who this one is. That's Wilson Isidore. That's gone straight out into touch, that goal kick there from Cooper, and it's going to be a throw in here to Sunderland. it doesn't help. I know they're not both playing in red and white now, but they both play in red and white. They both start with an S. And so me saying Sheffield United and Sunderland keeps getting confused over and over again. And I can't deal with it. Here's Sirkin. Hold on. What's he talking about Joe Rothwell and Pascal Strouk for? Get their names out of your mouth. He's Sunderland's chairman. What? He looks about 25. Good foot by Enzo Lefebvre there. Now turns it round to the outside here. Poor touch there by Rigg. A lot of channels are doing that, are they, Chewy? Are you telling me that you're members of other channels, Chewy? What a betrayal. He's Enzo Lefebvre. Obviously, I'm joking. Oh, they've broken away with it here. Here's Ryan Brewster. Great challenge by Mepham on Kiefer Moore, who, of course, again, both play for the Wales national team together. Sirkin. Ball down the line here for Mundle. Mundle up against Chowdhury, who's not a natural left-back, but he does well there. But the ball comes across. Back to Mundle again. Mundle goes to shoot, and it's going to be another corner to Sunderland. Oh, so he is 27. So I was 2 years off, and I was exaggerating. Oh, okay, Chewy. Oh, yeah, it says members only, doesn't it? Does that mean that everybody else can see when I post? Does it say members only and until it goes live, so everybody knows what the videos are for the rest of the week? Ball comes into the box, punched away there. But this time they aren't going to get completely counter-attacked on. Here's Neil. Now Enzo Lefebvre floats one in towards the back post, headed away by Kiefer Moore. Sirkin challenges for it, but won by Harmer. Now Campbell. Behind Burrows. Burrows tries to send it down the line, but he slices it out. Yeah, they are seeming to be a little bit... They're not really willing to attack, to be honest, Sheffield United. If you subscribe but aren't a member there, then they appear, right? Because I was thinking, like, can everybody just see the entire schedule for the week? Here's Mundle. Trying to open up to shoot there. What on earth was that? That was awful. Mundle, the left midfielder, just saying hasn't played for Sunderland since October, a full 90 minutes. How? Yeah, that tactic worked wonders for the Blunts against us, didn't it? Yeah, for us to then go and win 3-1. That was an amazing stream. Everybody was donating in that stream. That was when everybody just went crazy and started donating loads of super chats. Have you been getting ads during this stream, by the way? Is monetization on? Because it said it insert mid-rolls manually. That's not what I saved it as. How annoying. So no, nobody's been getting any. Robinson heads that one away, but it's picked up again in the midfield here by Neil. Now Sirkin. Ball down the left-hand side here for Mundle with a bit of space this time. He's got Brewster tracking back, though. Ball comes to the edge of the box here for Bellingham. Bellingham back to Neil. Now Hume. Lefebvre tries to do a little turn there in the box, but can't quite manage it. Didn't it go a little bit mad when we bounced back against Sunderland as well? Yeah, I think so. I think that was the other one. And I think there was another one. I think it might have been the Plymouth one as well, where there was loads, but that was because it was the last game of the season. Here's Kiefer Moore in the box, opening up to shoot. Good block there, but it has come to the edge. Here's Brewster. Great challenge there by the Sunderland midfielder. I couldn't even tell which one it was. Here's Enzo Lefebvre. Sends a long ball forward here towards Mayenda. Here's Peck. Headed away by Ballard. Now Hume. Neil. Here's Ballard. Here's Sirkin. Gets it back again and then plays it all the way back to Patterson, who made that amazing save just about a minute and a half in. Here's Sirkin. Now Bellingham. Ball out wide here to Hume. Tries to cross it into the box. It's going to cross everyone and then poked away there by Chowdhury. Here's Brewster. Ooh. A challenge there by Mundell on Brewster, and it's going to be a free kick here to Sheffield United in the right back position. Free kick to be taken by Cooper then here. It is, isn't it? And Sheffield United are going to drop further and further back, Robert, until Sunderland probably score, and then everybody gets annoyed at Chris Wilder. So it's a win-win for us, really. Here's Ballard. Here's Bollard. Out wide now to Mundell. He's got Sirkin overlapping. Sirkin gets it. He tries to cross it in, but it's come off Chowdhury, and it's going to be a throw in there to Sunderland. Here's Joe Bellingham. Now Mepham. Now Joe Bellingham. That's going to be straight through to Cooper to pick up. Few substitutions here for whatever that bloke's called, Patrick something. What's he called? He's a right midfielder for them. He's called Patrick something. Sunderland trying to come forward here. Patrick Roberts, that's the one. Enzo Lefebvre tries to shoot, deflected away. Oh, terrible pass by Neil. Straight into touch. It is Patrick Roberts that's going to be coming on then. Chris Rigg is the one coming off. Patrick Roberts is on then for Chris Rigg. I genuinely don't even remember what I said, Robert. Oh, it wasn't me that said something. It was the pass, wasn't it? Yeah, I know what you mean now. It was the pass that just went straight into touch. Yeah, Brewster with a challenge there on Mundell, and it's going to be a yellow card for Brewster. Oh, by the way, just so you know, anybody who does, you can't. I don't ship the prints to America as of yet. Just remembered that because we've got quite a few people who are abroad. Well, abroad from here. Good foot there by the Sunderland defence, and it's going to be a throw-in. Here's Ahmed Hodzic. Back to Cooper. Now Robinson. Vinny Souza. Back again to Ahmed Hodzic. Now Chowdhury. Playing it around at the back a little bit. No, I didn't, CB. I got into doing graphic design through the enjoyment I took out of making thumbnails and making like the graphics that you see here and stuff. Like, I enjoyed doing that. So I thought, well, I want to maybe do that as a job to be a graphic designer. So then I found an online course and did a graphic design course, which is essentially a level 3. So I basically did an A level like last year online. And so I've got a graphic design company that I'm trying to, well, ball in the box here and away from Campbell there by the Sunderland defence, and that's going to be a throw-in. So I'm a freelance graphic designer essentially. So I hope to try and help my income a little bit by selling the prints as well. And obviously, if it's Leeds United, I've got a ready-made audience for that. So. There are multiple different ones, Tom, to be fair. With the Ethan Ampadu one, I used a where's the camera at? Here, I used a graphic tablet thing I drew it with this, like, with a pen. So I drew that on Illustrator. Some of the other ones were different ways, but. Here's Mundell out on the left wing. Back to Bellingham. Now Sirkin. Now Dan Neil. Mepham. Into the feet of Patrick Roberts, who lifts it into the box there. It's going to bounce all the way through for Cooper to just catch. Still got half an hour here, Sunderland, and there is a little bit of that kind of just float a ball into the box and hope for the best. And that one really wasn't very good. Here's Gus Hamer into the feet of Kiefer Moore. Back again to Burrows. Now Robinson all the way back to the goalkeeper. Yeah, that was... I'd already created obviously this logo here I did as like after I finished my course, I did that as like an extra job to practice basically making logos when I did a rebrand of the channel. So I'd already recreated and drawn my own version of the Yorkshire Rose for my badge for the channel. So obviously I repurposed and changed it and edited it slightly for that print. The Marching On Together one. Here's Cooper. Now Chowdhury. Here's Robinson. Picked up by Neal, but dispossessed there by Harmer. Now he gets it back off Souza because he carries the ball forwards here. Still going Harmer. Now Peck. Harmer again. Oh, tries to play a ball into the feet of Kiefer Moore there, but he doesn't quite get on the end of it. It's called the Creative Design School, Tom. So a couple of substitutions for Sheffield United then. And Brewster's coming off as well. So Tyrese Campbell is coming off for Callum O'Hare. And Brewster is also coming off. But I'm not 100% sure who's replaced him, so I'll just wait to see what that says. That is number 35, Brooks. So a couple of substitutions there that you can see now on the screen. Brooks on and O'Hare on. Must be a foul on Sirkin there by Brooks, no. And then he gets in the way of the short free kick and referee says no, rolling ball anyway. So that's going to be a retake of the free kick for Sunderland. Long ball forward there from Hume. Here's Patrick Roberts. Now Bellingham. Out wide now here to Mundle. Mundle still with the ball. Patrick Roberts. Now Sirkin tries to get a ball into the box and it's going to be another corner for Sunderland. They're getting a lot of corners, Sunderland, and Sheffield United keeps sitting further and further back. Yeah, Sunderland have had 6 corners to Sheffield United's 1. Ball into the box and then flicked away there. Roberts tries to play it back. Oh, imagine if that went in. Chewy saying, since I've been to computing school in the early 80s, my kids have all had access to PCs and software. My son got well into Photoshop designing forum banners, but stopped about 10 years ago. Yeah, it's not for everyone. I think there's an element of it where I just like to try and be creative, and it feels, it feels much better when you've got a creative outlet. Here's Bellingham with a good challenge there. Yeah, exactly, Chewy. That's why it's as well the fact that I designed the kits for the charity match as well will feel amazing when people actually play in them. The kits and the badges and all the social, well, not all the social posts, but these ones. I did the template for all them so that people can use them. Yeah, look, Sunderland are getting closer, I think, but they've not really created anything clear cut. If this ends 1-0, it's the most boring playoff final ever. Long ball there by Patterson. But at some point, Sunderland have got to just really go for it. Sirkin just head that one back to the goalkeeper. Good save by the goalkeeper on the first attempt and away by Sirkin. That was terrible defending there by Sirkin. You just had to head it back to the goalkeeper. What was he doing? Yeah, I could, Chewy, but the problem is I don't want to create any... Like my last logo, I just edited a pre-existing Leeds badge. I wanted to have it completely something separate in case there's ever anything from the club where they're like, please can you remove that? That's not giving a free kick there to Patrick Roberts. He nutmegged one of the players, tried to run past him down the wing and felt like he was pushed over there, but... I don't know what Sirkin was doing there. All he has to do is head it back to the goalkeeper. Why are you trying to shield it? Just head it back to the goalie. In any situation, whether there's somebody near you or not, that's a good idea to head it back to the goalkeeper there. It's a very good save by Patterson. A very good save. Gus Hamer / Harmer is having a bit of attention here from the medical staff. Looks like Sheffield United are going to be bringing on Ben Brereton. He's been really good, Patterson. He's made a couple of really good saves. Yeah, let's see who comes on throw. He might come on for Harmer. Brereton Diaz. Or Kiefer Moore, maybe, I don't know. So random that Ben Brereton went to Villarreal. Who we're actually playing, aren't we, as one of our... August the 2nd, I think, as one of our pre-season games. So it is Hamer that comes off. There we go. Number 20 comes on for number 8. Oh, Sunderland are making a couple of substitutions as well. Looks like Wilson Isidore is one of them. Bloody hell, they don't give me a break, do they, from changing the lineups. 14 for 18, so that is Wilson Isidore coming on. And number 4 is coming off. That is Neil for number 40, which is Watson. There we go. Those are the changes. Yep, Hamza Chowdhury has made his debut, hasn't he? Or declared that he's going to play for Bangladesh, Robiul Khan. He said that recently, or I think they said that on the commentary before. Sunderland needs to pull a Daniel Farker and get a bunch of attackers and just go for it. Yeah, 7 up top. I feel like they'll push for it more and more towards the end of this if Sheffield United do continue to back off. Ballard plays that one to Sirkin here. Sirkin dispossessed by Brooks, but it's going to be a throw into Sunderland. .09 XG, I think, for Sunderland. They really haven't threatened. Good, thanks, Robiel. How are you? Robert saying this can't end 1-0, can it? It can. To quote Mick McCarthy, it can. Here's Brooks in the box, tries to backheel it away by Mepham. I like that quote on Mick McCarthy. I think they asked him, this many losses in this many games, it can't get any worse, can it, Mick? And Mick McCarthy just looks at him straight in the eye and goes, it can. Another crossing opportunity for Brereton Diaz, but away by Mepham there. Enzo Lefebvre trying to go past a man, but completely dispossessed there by Sidney Peck. As he comes forward again, here's O'Hare into Kiefer Moore, who gets dispossessed there by Bellingham. Really good foot from him. There's something dislikable about Kiefer Moore. I'm not sure what it is, but there's just something dislikable about him. Back to Cooper. Here's Ahmed Sodjic. Now out wide to Chowdhury. Dispossessed there, Chowdhury, though, by Watson, and that's going to be a throw-in. I can imagine that he is Robiel. Is he? Are there any other Bangladesh players that are in any of the top divisions? I think Hamza Chowdhury must be the most high-profile Bangladeshi player. Long ball forward there from Peck, headed away by Ballard. Now Watson. Enzo Lefebvre plays it into Patrick Roberts. Roberts out wide here. He's in the box. 1-1. Mayenda bangs it in the top corner. It's 1-1 to Sunderland now. No, 1-1 to Sunderland. It's 1-1. Their first chance to actually get in the box. The thing is, Chewy, I can sound extra Yorkshire, but I'm not actually from Yorkshire, so... Make sure you hit that big red button if you're new here. But Sunderland have just equalised, making it actually interesting. Yeah, Watson into Enzo Lefebvre. Plays it forward to Patrick Roberts. Really good pass by Roberts into Mayenda, who just bangs it in the top corner. It's a really good pass there from Patrick Roberts. It's inch perfect, and Mayenda takes a really good touch and a really, really good finish. It's a really, really good finish. It's on Sky Sports, Robiel. Chewy, from south of Cumbria originally. Really, really good finish. He's doing the which wrestler is that? Which wrestler is that the thing of where he gets on the ropes and he goes, wait, you can't even see it like that. It's definitely a wrestler. I can't remember who it is though. Yeah, we don't even have to worry about who wins it, to be honest. It would be nice for it to be Sunderland, but not the end of the world if it's not, because Sheffield United are just... that's it, Randy Orton, that's the one. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, that's my end of celebration that he just did, was that. I knew it was a famous wrestler, I just couldn't remember who it was. Long ball forward here by Sheffield United. Kiefer Moore tries to head it on, but it's not a very good one. Here's Bellingham. Poked back there. And then poked back again to Patterson. I mean, we could do, as it gets closer to the time, we could do a live stream where we talk about... In fact, I probably will. We'll do a live stream before the charity match, like a couple of days before. And we could maybe discuss the celebration if I score, which... Unlikely, but I might do. You never know. Here's Enzo Lefebvre. Now Bellingham gets knocked over, and it's going to be a free kick there to Sunderland. I hope it's not too dry for an E-slide, though. You don't want to do one of those ones where you just stop dead and bounce over. Yeah, the charity game will be live streamed. We're not entirely sure which channel it's going on yet, but I think one of them will definitely be Joe Blackburn's channel, but we don't know whether it'll be on the captain's channels as well. I'd imagine it probably should be, because Joe Wainman's got the biggest live stream audience, hasn't he, out of anyone. Here's Bellingham. Shoots over the bar. First time he's really had a pop shot. That is a good one as well, Chewy, to be fair. It's a really good finish by Mayenda. To have that one chance to score in the game and to finish it like that is really, really good. Here's Bellingham. They're in the ascendancy as well now, because they've scored a goal recently, whereas the other team haven't. Here's Isidore. Goes to shoot. It's blocked, but Patrick Roberts is dispossessed. Patrick Roberts is having a hell of a game at the moment. Here is Roberts coming into the box. Tries to cross it, but it's cleared. Only as far as Enzo Lefebvre, though. I think the ball's been popped. Or it's going flat or something. I genuinely don't know who got relegated from the Championship. Genuinely, I was that focused on Leeds that I didn't even think about who got relegated. So it's Cardiff bottom, Plymouth and Luton. I have now acknowledged that Cardiff were bottom and got relegated. It's nice to see Leeds at the top, though, isn't it? 100 points, goal difference of 65. Unreal. Grumpy old man, I hope Sunderland beat them as well. We all do. Here's Brooks, though, for Sheffield United. Goes to cross a ball into the back post. Great defensive header there. Sirkin eventually gets the ball away. Here's Watson. Good clearance down the line there. Yeah, Luton almost... Obviously, they've beaten Leeds' record of getting relegated after being in the Premier League, but Leeds were way higher up in the Premier League, of course, for a longer established amount of time, but to go back-to-back relegations, Jesus. Long forward there from Cooper. Long ball forward, should I say, from Cooper. Kiefer Moore trying to get on the end of it, but Hume is going to be able to... Oh, he's just passed it nicely to... I thought he was going to launch it then, but he's given it to Patrick Roberts. Now Bellingham, bit of space in the midfield. Sprays a ball out to the left for Watson. Can't quite keep it in. Maybe should have waited a little bit, Bellingham there, instead of hitting that first high. First team since Sunderland to do that. Sunderland have got some bad records, haven't they? About the one where the last time someone finished with 90 points and didn't get promoted was Sunderland in like 1998 or something, and Leeds did it last season. Here's Mepham. Ballard now down the line to Sirkin. Sirkin tries to cross that in, but it's going to be a throw-in as it's blocked by either Brooks or Chowdhury. Not sure which one it was. Sheffield United breaking here. Brooks trying to come forward. Enzo Lefebvre is able to come and take that away from him. Good turn by Lefebvre there. Now Sirkin. Here's Ballard. Oh, let's relax a bit, eh? It's not Leeds, is it? To be fair, we might see another nutmeg by Patrick Roberts there. We might see another. We might see Man United do a Leeds next season, given all the financial restrictions they've got. I think they got $5 million for getting to the Europa League final, but because they got to a European final, they owe Chelsea $3.5 million for Mason Mount. They're nearly £100 million in debt. Oh no, sorry, that's what you call it. But I think Man United still owe £300 million on unpaid player costs from the current players that they've already got. So essentially, they can't spend any money because they've got to make up for all of that debt that they've got. Ball into the box. Punched away by Cooper. Ball down the line from Mepham. Here's Sirkin. Ball inside to Bellingham, but taken away there, and now they can come forward here, Sheffield United. Here's Callum O'Hare. That's what I mean. If they sell Bruno Fernandes, what have they got? His cheeky suckers think that they're going to get the taxpayer to pay for their stadium as well, because we need a Wembley of the North. What an unbelievable challenge that is by Hume. He loves them, by the way. He loves absolutely flying in on challenges like that. Brereton Diaz is still down holding his hip here. It's going to go to bloody extra time and penalties, isn't it? Robert, you were having a deep dive, weren't you, into playoff finals and the statistics and stuff before about what teams have been in it and all that sort of thing. Could you do me a favour? Could you search how many times has the playoff final gone to penalties? Because it went to penalties with Coventry City last season or the season before? Season before, wasn't it? Because that's when last season was us. This season before was when Coventry didn't go up against, and Luton were the ones who went up. They have Harry Maguire as one of their best goal scorers. I mean, wouldn't that be amazing, Chewy? No, it's a sling. Here's Jordan Henderson in the crowd. It's a sling for his arm. I think it's just made out of like that medical cloth that you can see through. Translucent stuff. $215 games in the 25-26 game season. Jesus. It's a lot of football games. Here's Chowdhury. Out wide to Brooks. Back inside again to Ahmed Hodzic. Now Chowdhury again. He's Ahmed Hodzic again. Now Chowdhury again. Ball down the line here for Brooks. Brereton Diaz has gone off and gone down the tunnel, and apparently Tom Cannon is the one who's going to replace him. He didn't come on that long ago, did he, Brereton Diaz? I feel like he's number 8, Tom Cannon. I mean, it's a great name for a striker, isn't it? Cannon. But I just don't think he's that good. Here's Ballard clearing that one. Couple of substitutions actually here for Sheffield United. Is that Tom Davies? So Sidney Peck is coming off, and Tom Davies is coming on. And Tom Cannon is coming on. So those are the changes to the Sheffield United lineup. Oh, that's much less than I expected, Robert. Since the start of the playoffs, 86-87, only 3 teams have gone to only 3 have gone to extra time and penalties. 98, 17, and 23, and Sunderland were in 98. I didn't know that, Robert. Thanks for the. I mean, I asked for it, but thanks for the statistic. Clash of heads between 2 Sheffield United players here: Cannon, who's just come on, and Kiefer Moore, I think. Only 3 others went to extra time only. When I was a kid, Southampton's striker was Mick Channon, which was close. Close but no cigar. We've got a bit of a... there we go. Just showing you that at the moment. Get your tickets now at leedscreatorcup.com. Link is in the description. There's an injury at the moment, so that's why I'm doing this. The link is in the description for the Leeds Creator Cup. Of course, as well, check out Back 4 merch. This is for the charity match, and if you use Leeds Lately 10 at checkout, you get 10% off, and if you use my affiliate link, then I get 25% of the proceeds for that purchase, so it helps me out as well. And then, of course, if you check out the link in the description for my Etsy profile, that's where you'll find all of my Leeds United prints as well and stuff. You got your tickets, have you, Chewy? It'd be nice to meet you at the game. I imagine that you don't actually look like Chewbacca, so it'll be interesting to see what you really look like. In before, it's just Harrison Ford. Sunderland 4-4-2, random teams winning cups. As soon as Pep leaves, there'll be a regeneration of Premier League football. There is a little bit of a rejuvenation of kind of managers letting wingers and things just go ahead and just not do whatever they want, but like, do you get what I mean? Play a bit differently. We've got 7 minutes added onto this half, by the way. It was Ahmed Hodzic, I think, who was down with Tom Cannon. He is bleeding from the mouth. I either get called Grumbledore or Gandalf at work, so you recognise me when you see me. Fair enough. So Ahmed Hodzic is making his way. Ahmed Hodzic. He's making his way off the pitch. Whilst we're going to get underway again here. And I guess he'll be able to come back on after 30 seconds or so. I'd imagine this is going to go on to like at least 100 minutes. This must be one of the... If this goes to extra time and penalties, it must have been one of the longest games of football ever. 8 minutes added onto the first half, 7 minutes added onto the second half, plus half an hour for extra time. And I think we're going to get more added onto this second half as well, because we've got like 3 or 4 minutes into this extra time whilst not playing any football. That's very good, Mark. Well, apart from smoking, because that's bad for you. Here's Sirkin. It's Watson. Watson goes to shoot! What? It's 2-1! He's just bagged it in the bottom corner. It looked so tame, but it just rolled in. Sunderland have just scored to make it 2-1. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, I wasn't expecting that. The way he hit it, it just didn't... It looked so tame, but it just was so accurate. It went right in the bottom corner. Come on, Sunderland. I want to see a shot of old Hamface right now. Yeah, they just lose the ball. Kiefer Moore, terrible pass, gives it straight to Watson. What a goal that is. It's so accurate. It's so accurate. It's the one place you have to place it there if that's going to score with that power that's on that shot. Watson has made it 2-1 with just a few minutes to go at Wembley here. Unbelievable. I know, it's like he never learns his lesson, Chewy. It's like he just never learns his lesson. Couple of substitutions for Sheffield United now. Oh, Leo Hjelder's coming on for Sunderland. Who's Hjelder coming on for? Mayenda. Leo Hjelder then makes his way onto the pitch in the playoff final. Obviously, he's way up there on the list, but he'll be dropping into left back. I don't know what the Sheffield United substitution was, if they even made one. I think they did. Sirkin just got a... Oh. Yeah, Sariki came on. I don't know who he came on for. Does anybody know who he came on for? Oh, Ahmed Hodzic. I don't know. I think this is going to go to at least 100 minutes. Are you joking? He's saying never could Sheffield United have dominated a game for 3/4 of it. It's a concussion sub on Ahmed Hodzic, by the way, and then go on to lose the game. That's exactly what happened against Leeds. Be nice to see Hjelde get promoted as well. Take your time over this throw in, Sunderland. Hume is going to take this throw in. Isidore trying to hold it up, but Roberts comes flying forward there. Long throw in. That is a long throw in. Headed away though by Sunderland. Isidore goes for the second ball. He can't get on it. Away again by Ballard. Now Isidore to Enzo Lefebvre. Heads it back to Enzo Lefebvre. He's still going here. Enzo Lefebvre gets pushed over by Vinny Souza. That's a free kick to Sunderland. Enzo Lefebvre screams into the crowd there. Free kick to Sunderland. 100th minute, and we're 3 minutes past the 7 minutes added on. Oh, I can see Hamface looking sad in the background. Here's Hume trying to play a ball forward down the line. Can Enzo Lefebvre get on it? He can. Plays it across the box. It's going to go across everyone and waste plenty of time. Siriki plays that to Chowdhury. I think Chowdhury's actually gone into centre-back now. Here's Robinson. And Siriki's gone right back. Long ball forward from Sheffield United. Headed away by the Sunderland defence. Oh, Patrick Roberts has sliced that, but he's still got hold of it. Patrick Roberts still trying to go forward here, but he's lost the ball. Now Callum O'Hare. Poor ball out wide there. We're in 101 minutes here, and we've still not had the final whistle. It was only supposed to be 7 added on. We've now gone over 10. I reckon we get to 103 minutes. That's it. Sunderland are Premier League. Sheffield United stay in the Championship. You love to see it, don't you? You absolutely love to see it. Get out, Chris Wilder. Get out, Sheffield United. Welcome to the Premier League, Sunderland. Wow. Sunderland are Premier League. Wow. Yeah, look. 2-1 to Sunderland. Mayenda and Watson, they are going to have a hell of a summer to rebuild Sunderland. They really are, to try and get ready for the Premier League. Well, it won't be the last one, Robert, because there probably will be some. Pre-season friendly live watch-alongs if they are televised. Sunderland will go straight back down along with Burnley and Manchester United. How funny would that be? Well, look, like I said, just check all the links in the description down below. If you click all the links, that doesn't cost you anything. But if you do want to make a purchase of any of those things, that'll be great. But even if you don't, just click the links, follow my shop on Etsy, etc. If you want to donate to the charity match, you can. If you want to get a ticket, get yourself a ticket. But look, Sunderland are Premier League, Sheffield United are not. And you love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Thanks, everybody. It's been nice to have a little live stream again. Obviously, keep checking back on the channel because there'll be shorts, there'll be videos, there'll be all kind of transfer news as it goes on. The one I made on Bryce Mendes, I think, was a very good video. I think he'd be an excellent number 10 for us. That was one where I scouted him myself, and I think that's a fairly realistic signing that we could do in the Prem that would be really, really good for us. So check that video out as well, and there'll be loads on the channel over the summer. Of course, like I said, I will be watching the pre-season games as well, and everything. So thanks everybody so much for joining me. Thank you for this kind of mini stream. I will do some Premier League predictions, Chazza, as it comes. I'll make some Premier League predictions a little bit closer to the season, you know, once we've made some signings and stuff. And of course, there's plenty of content to come on the channel. Thanks for watching Leeds lately. Make sure you get your tickets for the charity match if you want to go before they sell out. And of course, check out those links in the description as well for the prints and the shirts and things like that. So thanks everybody so much, and I'll see you in the next one.